Who are those 5 heroes and why did I choose them? And what do we learn from their stories?
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar.
We come to our first hero, Hajj Malik Shabazz, known to the people as Malcolm X. Some of you might know his name, but a lot of you don't know his story. Malcolm became the most influential man in the US. He had a hard time growing up. His dad was killed and so was his uncle. Malcolm and his family lived a very poor life. Him and his brothers were separated over the houses. Malcolm used to drink and smoke. He even went to prison when he was 16 because he used to steal and break into cars. All Malcolm wanted at that age was to become a lawyer. But people around him told him that he'll never be one because at that time, being a lawyer was not a job that a black man can get. But with all that, it didn't stop him from achieving what he wanted and influencing people. He was able to gain 30,000 followers without Facebook or Twitter. Malcolm was fighting racism and he died preaching. Everyone deserves respect and justice regardless of their color. What I learned from this man is that no matter how bad you could be as a person, you can always change and influence people to do good. And don't let hard times break you down from going after your goal.
In the conclusions that I have reached.
And the white man is no longer the devil and he is no longer bound to be evil.
The Holy Quran teaches us to judge a man by his conscious behavior, by his intention. And my reason for going to Mecca was to get a better understanding of the religion of Islam and what the Quran teaches. So I judge a man by his conscious behavior. I am not a racist. I don't subscribe to any of the tenets of racism.
Our second hero, Umar al-Mukhtar, known as the Lion of the Desert. A man that was 50 years of age when his country was invaded by one of the world's biggest armies. Now what do you expect a 50 years old man to do? Well, he definitely did a lot, and that's why history remembers him. He was a fearless man. He fought tanks and planes with swords and rifles. He fought them for 23 years. He was a man that known for his phrase,
"We will never surrender. We win or we die. And don't think it stops there. You will have the next generation to fight, and after the next, the next."
We do not kill prisoners. They do it to us.
They are not our teachers. He's a boy.
You are never too old to make a difference and to never give up on what you're going after. Our third hero, Salahuddin, known as Saladin. The leader, the warrior, the man that won the hearts of people with his compassion, generosity, and his respect towards everyone. He was a man of justice and courage. He believed that unity is the way to a peaceful world. He was a leader, yes, but he didn't live in a palace, nor was he filthy rich. He was humble. He lived all his life in a tent. And some days he would go without eating anything. That's how much he was striving towards achieving his goal. This man is teaching us that it takes a lot of hard work to achieve and make a difference, even if it means not to eat for days. And his character, his attributes, compassion, generosity, and respect, and courage, and justice, that's who we need to be. Our fourth hero, Muhammad al-Fatih, known as Muhammad the Conqueror. He was a man of wide knowledge, learning mathematics, astronomy. He even spoke 7 languages. He was known as Muhammad the Conqueror because he went after an impossible dream to conquer Istanbul. That city was one of the strongest cities at his time. His father and grandfathers were not able to achieve that goal. But that didn't make him give up, even after 8 years of him trying and failing so many attempts. What this man is teaching us right here is how precious knowledge is, and that achieving what we want depends on how much we want it. We come to our final hero, and as they say, you keep your best to last. A woman called Nusayba bint Ka'b, known as Umara. A woman that was tens of men. But she wasn't just a warrior. She was a mother, a wife, and a warrior. This woman put action. The people were silenced and showed absolute respect. This woman was fearless. She, out of everyone, was ready to die for what she believes in. The lesson we learn from her is, how much are you willing to sacrifice towards what you want to achieve? So now you know how great those heroes are. And I learned one big lesson from their lives and character and stories, that I came out with a conclusion that it doesn't matter whether you're a man or a woman, rich or poor, black or white, nor does it matter where you're from or what race. Even our bodies are vessels that were given to our souls in all colors and shapes. So all that really matters is our souls, because that's who we really are. You see, the 5 heroes that I just mentioned are all different in gender, color, race, and nationality. But I see one common thing. They were all following their soul and faith. I mean, all you need to make a change is to strive and struggle and to never give up and be ready to face every bad thing. But don't let it break you down. And don't let anybody tell you other than that. So after all this, I'm going to leave you with one question. What is your excuse to not being able to make a difference?